Hey, Steve Zook, welcome back to Pokesoo Channel and the Guitar Ladder System. Yeah, I'm just messing around on this J. Macario made in France nylon string. It's all solid wood. This is my guitar. I'm not selling this. Really sounds good though. But I know I keep doing this, but man, I'm telling you that the right hand and picking hand is so underdeveloped in most players. So I'm going to remind everybody, if you do this a couple times a day, if you really want to really make a lot of progress, do it 3 times a day for a half an hour a piece. But just doing simple, kind of repetitious exercises, like I kind of call them guitar rudiments. So like, part of developing as a guitar player is having the discipline to, I used to be a gymnast. I used to do iron crosses on the rings and things, and kind of got used to putting in a little bit of disciplined work to get a result. It's the same thing with guitar. So if you work like 5s, 7s, and 12s, 12s are really good. Now I'm in a flamenco tuning, and I like to try to be musical when I do this, but you don't have to be. I'm in a flamenco tuning where I have the low E to a D, and then I have the F sharp, I have the G string to an F sharp. You do 5, and mix them up, Sometimes I'll do 7s and then 5s and then 12s, You can even do it with no notes fretted, just... I like to have a little bit of mute because it makes the right hand work a little harder. But the right hand is very weak in most players. You really have to develop it. I see this a lot in jazz players. People with a great, strong right hand, they've worked their asses off on it, like people like Al Di Meola, John McLaughlin. They have a really strong right hand. And it's not just for speed, it's also for accuracy too, Sometimes I'll add little chords. Anyway, so yeah, just that repetitious practice, a couple times a day for 30 minutes, you do things like this. 12s are good. If you put a little more volume towards the end of the 12, it kind of opens up the capillaries. You can also do it soft, just put a little more volume towards the end of the 12. If you do this a couple times a day for half an hour, you will see a lot of improvement in your picking. If you have the time, do it 3 times a day, but at least twice a day, I'm doing 5, 7, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now it's important when you do this, you don't try to play fast, because if you play fast, you're just going to slop it out, and you're not. Every time you play an exercise like this, slow and clean, you're building technique. You don't know you are, but you are. And I think it's really important to do this on acoustic guitar, both nylon and steel. You don't get as much bounce off a nylon as steel, but it's really important to get that, you know. But I love the sound of nylon on the string. And I love this tuning where you make the G string an F sharp, and you make the low E a D. So just, you know, don't let the repetition bore you, because every time you play stuff like this clean, really clean, you're building technique. It can be real simple, you know. 7. So you can do 12s. Maybe do it quiet. So don't let the simplicity of that, you know, like I said, that's a great thing about building right hand technique. It's cumulative, and you know, you don't want to, you know, a lot of guitar players are either weak in the left hand or the right hand. You want to be strong in the left hand and the right hand, not just for speed, but also for expressiveness, so you have all the tools that you need to be the best guitar player, the most creative, as musical as you can be in this lifetime. So it's really important to do that kind of stuff. And I'm not warmed up, so I'm not going to try to blaze here. But it's really fun to see, like every night I like to play for a while. And I always try to warm up for 20, 30 minutes first, and then start, you know, working on the extremely difficult things. But as long as you're playing clean, you're building technique. So don't let the simplicity of this, and it really helps, like I said, if you like when you're doing the 12s, if you get a little louder as you progress into the 12, it's going to open up the capillaries in your hand and your arm muscles, and So anyway, this is a great guitar. I love nylon string. I'm really into nylon string. J. Marcario, made in France. Really has a beautiful, beautiful sound. Need some new strings on it. Anyway, like I said yesterday, I know the world's a little crazy right now, but try to be positive, trust the universe, and we'll go from there. Take care.